Hi folks, Nella here with the first of two videos, both of which tie more into the fashion doll side of my collection, which now actually has three aspects. There's the BGDs, there's my anime figures, including the Figmas and Nendoroids and Figuarts and all that stuff, and now there's also the fashion dolls. So I know I've been talking about them a lot more lately than I have my BGDs, and that's because my BGDs are pretty much, there hasn't been anything new coming up with for them. There's been no new changes in their stories, not a whole bunch of new pictures, nothing new clothing-wise, whereas there have been some changes with the fashion dolls, and it's mostly just that they are newer, so there's more things to say right now. But, like I said, part one. Part one is just some updates, and I'm going to start with the one BGD update, and that is Lottie has a new dress. And this has quickly become her favorite dress. It's a little bubble dress, and there's a shiny bit there is silver, and I just think it looks absolutely adorable on her, and it really makes her look like a cartoon character with the matching hair and the matching clothes. Kind of like how Finn really looks like a cartoon character with matching eyes and matching hair. And that dress is actually a dress from the only doll I've gotten so far that has disappointed me, who I talked about more extensively in a previous video. That doll is the Winx doll I got, and I'll admit I mostly got her for the awesome scooter. But I also did get her thinking, hey, I can make her into something cool. And that is still the plan, and I'm happy that, okay, number one, the scooter was awesome. Is awesome. The scooter is awesome. And number two, her clothing was actually pretty well made and fits Haitsu. However, I am disappointed in the actual doll herself. This is not her stock outfit, by the way. This is redressed, because I didn't want it just sitting there nude. So I think since I last showed you her, big news, she doesn't have a face anymore. I wiped that off. Yay! And secondly, I washed all of the icky gel out of her hair, and I also cut it. Her hair used to go to about there, and it was really poofy, and really ratty at the end. Like, she'd been her box, and she was brand new, and her hair was absolutely horrible, and I had to cut off chunks of it. So I decided to just go ahead and just cut it to a length where I thought it looked nice. Haven't had a chance to make her gray yet, but that is coming soon. The other thing is I did my first overpaint, so not repaint, terminology distinction here. Repainting is essentially like giving a new face up. You go from blank to with face. Overpainting is when you paint over top of the factory paint. Pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of like a stepping stone to doing a full repaint. Also works well if there's only like a few elements that you like about it, but you don't feel confident about completely changing the eye shape or something like that. So this is my first overpaint. I painted over her eyebrows, which is pretty obvious, and less obvious, I painted her eyes. It's getting closer. Close, stare into the smile. So yeah, just the same acrylic paints I use for my face-ups. I actually used I actually used one of the brushes I used for doing eyelashes, and then the other one I used for doing eyebrows and finer detail work. That's what I used for this girl. And it mostly turned out pretty well. I also washed all the gel out of her hair, and I'm surprised how well it's kept its shape. I mean, it's a bit poofier. Before it was very slicked. Like that was slicked and that was slicked flat. But I think it gives her kind of a more wild appearance, which is very cute. That's it for that. Second video is on its way.